Hello everyone, welcome to Janka. So today is my first live video, and I'm going to show you like how to create a button group using uh, CSS. And here in my previous recorded video, like where I showed like using an input radio button, how to select a particular radio button or a button. But in this video, we'll code we'll do something like, let's say I have like a list of options, I want to choose more than one option, so how to achieve that behavior. So we'll do that now. Right, so before that, let me start my app. So let me check my webpack. So triggered with, so for most of my web applications I use webpack as a server here to host my static file. So button 2, so let me load it here like button underscore 2. So it's not configured yet. Let me refresh it again. Okay. Yeah, so finally we got that button to structure. Okay, let's play around. Let me reset this text editor. Click on this. So first we'll create a button structure. So it's going to be a checkbox. So I'll say like div class input checkbox field. Go with like, so let's get some code for checkbox. If it is checkbox, what is the proper syntax for that from Mozilla? Yeah, so we should go with some. So let's grab this one. And then I want one more. So we got this one. So I want one. It has been checked. Remove the checked one. Now I want one. I will go with few more options. So this one I say like instead of scales, I say like orange, mango. It's good, I guess. Mango. Grapes. This one banana. Okay. So if you look at here, right, so I have a native checkbox where I can choose any options like orange grapes. So this is something like I have a bunch of options. Within that option, I can choose whatever I want. I can go with all, or I can go with any individual options. Let's say like if you're in mobile application, so how this look and feel will looks like. So maybe I have a, yeah, let's say like it's an iPhone. Okay, in iPhone with a 100px design, so it may look like something like this. So I can go with that. Yeah. So in iPhone, like we will be getting something like a one which I'm showing here. Yeah. So this is the iPhone. So let's say in mobile devices, having this checkbox or radio button is not a proper behavior in terms of usability, since user will always go for a touch moment rather than a click moment. So it's up to us to decide like how to approach these functionality. If you are in desktop browsers or even if you're an iPad, then having said that, like a native radio button or checkbox will be proper. But in terms of a mobile application, it's always going to be like a touch. So let's start coding, decorating this one. So I'll go here. By the way, like I'm just going to use my previous style sheet, which I had it for some same for the input. It is same thing I'm going to approach here. So I'm going instead of this one, I'm say like button group. So button group, and I'm going to mention this one like input group checkbox. So I'll say like radio checkbox. Input group checkbox. I'll say okay, display inline block. Was it applied? No, since we have a button group and then we have, so this should be something like this. So we'll paste it here. And button group, and it should be hyphen. Yeah, so we have aligned the buttons in inline. So now the next thing is like I need to hide this checkbox. So for hiding that, let me pick it from my previous version of the CS styles. Like, so what I said, like I use the same something like this one. So let's have this one. So here I said like position absolute, opacity 0, cursor inherit, z index 1, top 0, right 0, left 0, width 40, height 40 px, and user select. So same thing, go and target on input checkbox. Okay, okay. Then I should go. Then I should control the checkbox native. So I'm going to have that class as like input checkbox native control. So here the class will be like class. So I'm going to apply the same class here. Yeah. So the native checkbox has been removed. So the next thing is like I want to decorate my buttons. So where should I target? I'm going to target the button on the label tag. So basically, like I'm a hardcore fan of material design, so I always go with the material design CSS or style. So let's grab the styles from material design for the button one. So web documentation buttons. So we'll go with the same kind of colors and styles of the button. Okay. So in my previous video also have the same thing. So I'm going to target this at dot button group dot input radio box, input group checkbox, then the label. Okay, so let's say like I want to have the font size to be, just I'm checking like whether it is getting uploaded or not. Yeah, it's getting uploaded. Let it be like one run. Then I just want to make sure like have a border for that. Okay, so I have here I have mentioned like border 2px. The same thing I'm going to apply here. Border 2px. Yeah, so the border has been applied on the button. And now I need to change the color of that. By default, I should have my button color to be same as the border color, which I'm sorry, like so the button color should be text color should be white. So hash ff white. And now I'll go with the background color. It's the same 601. Yes, now the background color has been applied. Let's go with the padding for this button. Let's say I'm going to give a padding of 1 rem. Oh, this is too huge. So let's bring it down like 0.5. So this also is not, I feel it's more or less like a better one, but let's have a curved radius, border radius 4px. This will have a nice effect on the buttons. Yeah, this looks perfect. But still, this is not matching with the buttons which is there in the material design. Let's grab it like what exactly they had. I think, yeah, so they have like 0.5, 0.5 across all the places. 0.5 rem. And then we'll apply this box, border box. Box sizing as border box. Okay. So now we have a button and we'll set this main width to be 64, which is pretty much standard from material design. Yeah, so we have a button here. So now the intention is like we are just giving layers. So it seems like all the buttons are in selected state. So what we do like we'll reverse that effect. So by default, when you select the button you should have this enabled state. I'm sorry, like when you're going to click on the button, it should have this enabled state. But when you're not going to click on the button, it should have a disabled state, or it's an inactive state. So let's go like in such a way like remove this background color and say transparent. So that is going to pick the existing background color, and then instead of this color white, we'll go with this one color. Yeah, so we have a background color of the same page. If you feel like the background color is too dull, then you can change your body tag, or you can even set a background color at the group button level itself. So here I just change the background color of my body. So now let's access that pseudo classes. So if let's say like then the native control, if it is checked, then apply immediately to the label and say like the background color to be, yeah, so we'll just check like whether it is working or not, since it's the first time. Yeah, it's working, but still I feel some okay, it's working, but still I was not comfortable in clicking those buttons. So we'll check one by one like why this is not getting happen here. So in mangoes I gave mango, and okay, yeah, this is a problem. So I try to give that ID and everything as a lowercase for safer side. So let me give everything in lowercase. Banana, yeah. So and also like we just gave like on label, whenever we hover, right, just have the cursor to be like a pointer. Right now it is It's just a arrow, but we just want to have a click effect. So we'll say like, so when someone is going to hover this button, so let's give the cursor as pointer. Let's check. Yeah, so we are getting the pointer symbol. Okay, so we just want to apply the color of that text here. So like color to be hash ff. Yeah, so we'll check one more time. Yeah, so something wrong with the orange. So what is the problem here? Yeah, again I said like I was not having a proper naming mapping here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go here one by one. Orange, mango, grapes. So everything got selected. If I go with orange, just grapes. So let's check this behavior on the mobile device, how this will looks like. So let's see how this. mm, Yeah, so this looks pretty decent in terms of mobile device. Okay. So you have something like a clickable one instead of having a native support of having a going checkbox. You can find these type of features across the mobile devices uh, in booking some restaurants or like choosing some movie tickets or since the last video I mentioned like movie tickets for one option in some cases you may have an option flexible option so there and all you can have this type of clickable button multi-clickable buttons I would say like yeah that's for today's live coding so if you have any questions just leave your precious comments on the comment box if you need if you find this video seems to be not appropriate or the recording or anything is not if it is not sounds good just leave a comment since this is my first live coding and with the limited resource I'm trying to do the best and in the next video I'll come up with more further good content on the web standard on the website on the web level on the web development point of purposes so let's see. So before that, I just commit this code on my Bitbucket. So it's all right. It's GitHub git state. Yeah, so we'll meet soon on the next recorded video or any live video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet soon.